Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Andrew, and we're both Americans who have been living here in Poland for some time now, and the two of us, well, we've learned Polish quite a bit, and we've encountered a lot of words in Polish that are quite difficult to translate into English, or at least to get your idea across in English.
Right, so we're here today to kind of hash out a few different words and topics, things that have confused us or that just seem to not be easy to translate or make a lot of sense in one language or the other.
And we're going to use our experience to help clarify these words, Polish words, and make it easier for you to communicate in English to us and other.
In English or maybe in Polish too, depending on who you are.
That's right. So we're going to start with the topic that we all love. Well, it's coming up. It's vacation. And the word vakacja, right? In Polish.
Vakacja.
So you would say vacation typically as an American.
As an American, you would say vacation.
There's no question.
Right.
Holidays? Could I get away with that? Summer holidays.
Summer holidays. Well, it depends on who you are. I guess if you're a Brit, that sounds fine. For us, a holiday is really more a special day like Christmas or Easter or some other specific calendar day. It's not really a period of time in American English.
So you wouldn't say I'm taking holiday in American English?
Not in American English. I mean...
But the British would?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
So they would say holidays in plural, and we would say only holiday typically, unless we're talking about Christmas and New Year's together.
Right, the holiday
season.
The holidays. And that's kind of a block of time. But, generally, a holiday.
But when people are talking vakacja, typically they're talking about what we in America would say as vacations. Brits would say holidays.
A holiday. See, for them, it's the whole summer, right? In Polish, when you say vakacja, you're talking about usually the summer break or the winter break. For us, it's really more a trip. You take a vacation.
Vacation means trip.
Right. In English, American
It really
English.
does.
Yeah,
Because in vakacja, in Polish, to me, it also can mean trip. You go to your local travel bureau and then you're like, you want to take vakacja, wherever it may be.
Right.
But we also have other words like vacay. What do you think of that one? I don't use it personally.
I don't either because it just sounds ridiculous to me.
What's wrong with vacay?
It reminds me of reality TV or something. I don't know. I just
Maybe
can't.
we're just too old for the word.
I'm too old and I'm too...
Amanda, what you doing for vacay?
What are you doing for your vacay? No.
It doesn't work for you.
Just a no. So anyway,
what about vake? Can you get away with that? Is there a word like that in English? Can you use that? Because I've seen it. The question is, have you ever heard it used? Vake.
I've never heard it used. I've never heard, no. But maybe if you want to write about it or something. On Abbreviation. I wouldn't say it. There are things that other people say that I just can't say, Well,
now I have the problem because vakacja in Polish, as you used, can really mean vacations. Pretty easy, especially if you're going to speak American English. But if you have a word like czasy, then how is that different than vakacja?
Well, to me, that's specifically a trip you would have at a resort or something. It's kind of a reserved trip.
So again, vacation.
A vacation, yeah, but this one is actually away from your home at another location.
So summer vacation, you could say, and that would be about summer vacation when you're not at school. Could you say that?
Is that?
No, I'm talking about vakacja.
Vakacja, yeah, here.
No, in America. What's more important is what did we say in America?
Summer vacation for kids.
For kids, you can say.
Yeah.
But czasy, when you would translate which vacation, you would say the family's taking a vacation, I don't know,
to Disney
Mexico,
World or wherever. And that would imply that you're going to be at a hotel or you have some sort of reserved time somewhere.
So how would I get people to understand that I'm on vacation? What would that mean to you? Or I'm going on vacation? I mean, is there a difference to you in these?
I'm going on vacation usually means you're going out of town. I have vacation.
I have vacation.
That just, you could be sitting around your house all day. It just means you're not going to work or school, I guess, right?
So, I mean, it's so easy for you guys here. All you have to say is vacation and you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
But of course, Polish has to be more complicated because we have czasy.
You have czasy.
Then we have vakacja and
URLOP. So you can be not URLOPia.
And what does that mean?
Well,
on
that's
vacation
like
again?
a vacation too. You can have na URLOPia, and that means you could be taking a trip, you could be having a baby, you could be...
so it could be actually leave.
Leave of absence, right?
Leave of absence, exactly.
Or maternity leave, or sick leave.
Exactly. Which are all the equivalent in Polish. Because you do have maternity leave, even today, paternity leave.
That's right.
Leave of absence, leave.
Right.
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going somewhere though, right?
Just means you're not going to work.
just means you're not going to work. So when you use the word leave in English, you have to make sure that you're not going, you're not giving people
Right.
a mixed message that I'm going to Mexico on leave. That wouldn't make sense.
No. And I guess then you have, then I think that's all connected with your job. You have sick leave, you have paid leave, you have unpaid leave, you have leave of absence, and it's all...
And vacation typically is fun. And sometimes you're going somewhere.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
What about feria? Just to
Feria
make
is-
life even more complicated.
I don't know, school, it's for school, really, right?
Most of the time it is, right?
Yeah, just school breaks.
School break, exactly.
Right. So
Spring break, recess is another word you can use.
Is that, because
Do
I
we-
always thought that was just the time during the day, recess, right, for kids.
Is it? Because I thought it had more of a... Recess.
Winter recess, summer, really? Is that...
Couldn't you say that we have recess? Meaning that the
Makes
semester's
me feel
over.
like I'm in court or something. This court is in recess. But,
So
maybe
you don't like the word. Recess is not working
It
for
either
you.
reminds me of little kids or a judge, like that's kind of...
So I can just imagine, I'm a Polish person, I said to you, I'm on recess. That wouldn't mean anything to you.
No,
You would rather have winter break.
we have a recess. Is that, I've never heard that. Is that something...
Well, I could
the
imagine that
school
it would be
year?
used, at least historically, perhaps at
Yeah,
university. We had
maybe so.
recess as a result, we didn't have lessons.
Yeah, okay,
There was a
maybe.
certain break.
Right.
And now we use the word break. Mm-hmm. So you would say
Break is the
spring
general.
break, which
Right.
is a big break. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one that everybody talks about in the United States. Where do they go? And then they go on vacation to Mexico
Right.
during spring break. So you have spring break in the United States, but in Poland you have winter break,
Yeah.
which they typically say winter break, because they'll say ferie zimowe.
Ferie zimowe, and because sometimes it's over the Christmas holidays, and then no, it's not. It's separate from.
No,
Christmas.
it's typically after Christmas.
After, yeah.
Although it can be in January or February.
Right.
Depending on which part of Poland you live in, just to make
Right.
life more complicated. But I think it would be fair just to say winter break.
Sure.
And people will understand you.
Yeah.
Whether you're in the United States, Canada, Australia, or England.
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
they sort of interchange it though. Sometimes they say feria zimowa, sometimes they say vakacja. It sort of works, either one works.
So you can say
Yeah.
vacation for everything, like we said at the
Pretty
beginning.
much, yeah. If you don't know what to say vacation.
You can't be wrong.
Right.
But can we use vacation in plural? Vacations. Like Polish people do.
Not in English, I don't think.
I don't think so.
No. Mm-mm.
We had many vacations to, I don't know, the
We
Caribbean.
had many vacations. Oh yeah, and that.
You could, right?
Yeah,
You could get away with it.
Sure, if you're talking about like over
Over a period
a
of
couple of
time.
years or something like that, yeah.
Okay. And let's go to my favorite is when a student says to me, oh, I wasn't at work because I had L4.
Right, L4. So this is the code for, I guess, sick leave, where you have
Sick
a
leave.
doctor's note to be off work, not just for the day. I think it's for a longer period of time.
Well, it's an abbreviation.
Yeah.
Zwolnienie lekarskie, right? Is what they say in Polish, but everybody says L4.
Right, L4.
It's kind of just a colloquial way of saying I have sick leave.
Right.
But in the United States, what would we say? A sick day?
You have, well, I think the way it works in the States is, yeah, you can take a sick day, and I think you have a certain number you can take. And then if you just have, I think if you have to use those up, then you have to get sick leave, which is a longer term thing.
Is a longer term.
Yeah.
What
and
about
that's-
personal day, just to make life more complicated? Because we have personal
days,
sick days,
I don't know
and
if
then we have
those
vacation.
are the same thing. Then you have your mental health days, which are
Which I know a lot about.
yeah, which I guess are sick days. It's like a sick day. You just have a,
But if you want to translate
Right.
L4, sick leave is the best.
sick leave.
I was out. I was sick.
Because I don't think you go on L4 for like the flu. I think you go on L4 for like you throw your back out or something, and
Well, it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Some people really
Some
know how to
people
use
live on
the
L4 for years. Yeah, yeah.
So they use sick leave. Now,
Yeah.
I checked something out because I was curious, because sick, typically British people say, oh, well, sick only means when you have stomach problems. Right?
like-
That's right.
like-
I want to. That's right.
Yes.
You've been drinking all day and you feel sick.
And then you slip in a pile of sick. But they use it as a noun too. Yes.
So my question, of course, is sick leave. Would it be ill leave in British English? And it's not.
I don't think
it's sick leave.
sick leave.
So
Well, 'cause-
another reason to show that sick in American English is acceptable to be used anywhere in the world, right?
I think we only use it as an adjective.
Sick.
Yeah, we don't use it as a noun, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a whole other story.
we
We'll
won't get into
another
that.
one.
Okay.
But we have the other word, which is przerwa,
Przerwa.
which is
A break.
a break for most of us, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. So right now we just had Przerwa majowa.
Right.
And so May break.
May break.
Is that
the
how
May
you
break.
would say it?
Yeah.
Long weekend?
The May break. Yeah, they usually, I think break, Przerwa is like shorter, like a May, although you have Przerwa zimowa, right?
I really don't know.
Break.
Winter.
I think this Przerwa, feria, vakacja, it's sort of all mixed up. The only thing about Przerwa is that it can also be for like a certain number of minutes or an hour.
Yeah, well then it's a break.
Then it's a break, but
you have a break in your schedule.
Right. You say, oh, I have a half-hour break, you know, on Tuesday at 3, something like that.
I can meet you then.
Right.
And we can talk about future lessons.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, so then we have again break. And so,
Yeah.
but just to go on to more vocabulary. When people go on vacation or they're on holiday, they talk about Colonia, for kids in particular.
Right.
And this is one of my favorites because
Summer
students will say,
camp.
I was on a
Colonia.
colony.
I was in a colony.
Or
which,
in a colony.
You know, you kind of think,
And
wait,
that- what do you think?
Jamestown? Like, what do you mean? No, it's a summer camp.
Right, colony in English only means historically that you're talking about, what would you say?
Summer camp or
No,
camp.
we're talking about colony in English.
Oh, in English?
Yes.
That would be going into another country and setting yourself up, you know.
That's right.
but-
America was
and
originally a British
taking
colony.
over, right?
But we
So-
don't use this word colony at all. So
Not-
Colonia in English will be summer camp for the most part. It could also mean, which you probably know as well, it could also mean the city of Cologne, just to make things more complicated.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But for the most part, when we're talking about vacation, we don't go to Germany, we don't go to Cologne, I think. And, well, we talk about summer camp. And there's another word in Polish, obóz. Now,
Obóz.
is that different?
Well,
Colonia,
they
obóz?
use it sort of, like they say, obóz letni or something like that. They also use it to talk about concentration camps, so...
But that's not holiday.
No,
Let's
but
move
I
away
mean-
from that topic
no,
altogether.
we're not gonna get
so
into
we
that
just
topic,
use the
but
camp. We can
they-
have day camp,
They use it. Day camp...
which is pół Colonia.
Is that what it is?
I think
don't
so.
know.
That would be day camp.
Okay.
So half camp in Polish
Yeah.
would be day camp because they're not staying overnight.
Okay, all right.
But Colonia is they're staying overnight and they typically go somewhere else. But let's go on to one of my favorite topics, and that, of course, is when students tell me that their kids, or maybe they themselves when they're very young, they go to green school.
Right. And if
Zielona
you're
szkoła.
American, you have no idea what this is. I guess
Green school.
It's sort of like summer camp during the school year.
Well, that's right. Typically,
Yeah.
sometime around May or June, kids who are in their third year of school go on a trip with their class teacher.
Okay. Has Alex done it yet?
Alex has done it, yeah. My son has done that.
Okay.
And it's quite normal, and they enjoy 2 weeks typically in the mountains or on the sea. And what would you say? That would be
We don't-
class trip? We don't
A
do that in
class-
third
our class
grade.
trips, they have class trips, but I don't think they're that long.
No, certainly
Ours was
not.
maybe a weekend and a day or two or something. Green school, yeah. There's nothing like that class trip, but you know,
But
even
then
in
they have
high
the classes
school,
there. So you really have a lot of difficulty explaining this term in English.
yeah, it's just not a thing they do in.
You
at
really
least in
have
the
to explain.
States.
It's 2 weeks where the kids go to the sea or to the mountains, somewhere cleaner, because here in Silesia it was typically more polluted. So it was a tradition, I think probably back in the 80s they started, where they took kids to a more, well, let's say, greener area of Poland so the kids could breathe fresher, cleaner air.
But do they do that all over the whole country too?
I
or
don't think it
just-
was as popular, but maybe
Okay.
today they do. It's become more
Yeah.
popular. That brings me to white school, which,
No idea. I've never even heard of white school.
which sounds horrible in English, of course,
Yeah.
which is sometimes used for ski camp, I think.
Oh right, okay.
Biała szkoła,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Okay, but I've never heard them call it white school before.
Well, I had one student say that, and I
Yeah.
thought to myself, "Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous."
What is this? Yeah.
And then, of course,
yeah.
of course, they're going to the mountains and they're going skiing.
Okay.
But you could not get away with white school. There's no way you can say that in English.
No.
American English in particular.
I don't. Yeah.
People would think that you're living in the time of segregation.
It's just the whole thing is a concept that we don't even have. We have school and then we have not in school, and we don't really do things like that through our schools in the States, at least not public schools.
No, but I mean, it's a great program here in Poland. I think it's fantastic. My son had a great time.
Good.
And I think with green school, you just have to explain, or if you want to use white school, ski camp, they're there for 1 week during winter break. Winter
So it's
break,
white
we've agreed on
school.
that one. And the last topic I want to mention is Sanatorium, which is, do we use this in America?
I don't think I've ever heard of anyone setting foot in a sanatorium. you know,
Spa.
at the yeah. I mean, but it's not someplace you would get sent for any sort of medical condition.
Yeah,
I mean,
unfortunately, America doesn't have this.
we don't have anything like this, but
My grandmother went to Sanatorium this weekend.
yeah, you know, it just reminds me of sort of novels you read or something, and you
They're
know,
going to Switzerland.
yeah, or
Magic
you know,
Mountain by
getting
Thomas
treated
Mann.
for tuberculosis or something like that. Like it just isn't part of our reality, not in the States. But yeah, you know, Radek was in Sanatorium for 3 weeks.
Your husband, right?
Yes,
That's right.
So,
So what do we say for Sanatorium? How could we explain that? Because a lot of Americans probably won't understand this, and probably British people will think that we're talking about some sort of like ancient concept, 19th century, walking around with parasols and in the middle of
Yeah.
Switzerland.
no, we'll, you know what?
Can we say spa? Can we say they went to a spa town? They went for some treatment? Or can we
Maybe
use
like
the word sanatorium?
I guess we can, I mean, it exists. It's the same word, but I don't know that we even, do sanatoriums exist in the States? I guess they do, but it's probably all private. You don't, it's not hooked in through the, you know,
Oh, through the state.
health
Absolutely.
service.
No,
There's no
absolutely
way.
not.
I mean, here it's sort
But
of,
if you say, I'm going to the Catskills or Lake Tahoe,
Right. But
I'm
I
going
think-
to the sanatorium.
here it's more like a hospital. It really is. You have to check in.
Well, you have to check in, you have doctors. But
Right.
it's a
You know,
medical spa of some sort, isn't it?
Because I think in the States it would be like a spa where you'd be at the hotel getting mud masks or something. You wouldn't be.
What's this other therapy?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be that you're checked in and checked out. I mean, you know, Radek had a curfew. He had to actually be in his room because the nurse was coming around to check
That's
for
right. Yeah.
You know,
But
so,
they do take trips. They do go to different places if they want to.
Yeah, you know.
So let's say I would stick with the word spa,
Yeah.
or they're taking a 2-week vacation to the mountains
Mm-hmm.
for some medical therapy. I don't know. What could you say?
Oh, God, yeah, you know, medical therapy. I mean, I think
could
we
you say?
know what a sanatorium is. We just don't experience it. So,
Okay, so use the word
yeah.
sanatorium.
Yeah.
And if we don't know as Americans or Brits what that word is, well, explain it to us because it does exist in the English language.
Yeah.
So these are all words about vacation. We hope that you have a fantastic vacation and we hope that you feel more comfortable describing your vacation in class or with other native speakers or with other people who use English.
Exactly.
So we wish you all the best and have a great summer.
Have
Bye-bye.
a great summer. Enjoy your vacation.